Okay. Friends, before we all get in here, I'm going to move closer to my water. Let's put this right there for right now. Okay, sleepy kitty. Oh, it's okay, sleepy kitty. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm going to lay you back down in just a second. Just a second. Just stop climbing. Stop climbing. I'm going to lay you back down. Okay. Goodbye, Noodles. I'm sorry I woke you up. But I needed the blanket and I needed to be close to my water. Hey, friends. We're here. We are here. I'm sorry I'm shaking the camera around. As always, you know me. I'm always everywhere. And that is on par with everything. Okay. You just sit down. Ooh. 12 glass of ice water. Hey, Teresa. Hello, Heidi, Karen, Tracy. Hey, Shaylin. What is up, y'all? What is up? Ooh. I don't know what to do, y'all. I washed my hair last night. Hi, Ricardo. I just was outside while it was pouring rain because you know me, and I want to put it up so badly, but I know it needs to dry. I don't know what to do when my hair is down because I'm so used to having my hair up. Take the scrunchie off of my wrist. I'm going to move it away so I don't put it up. Oh, wowza. Wowza. Hi, Loveland. Hi, honey. Woo-wee. Y'all, it is wet here. It has been raining all day. I had a really, really weird sleep schedule going on last night and today. Yes, so Tracy just asked about the bad weather, and that it was supposed to be really bad weather, and it's been bad weather today. It hasn't been bad at all, which actually worked out for us at like 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock last night. Me and Ellie were outside planting seed. We're trying to do everything we can to help grass grow in our pastures, especially while we're getting a break, and the guineas make it hard to have the seed succeed. Even though we know it's winter and it's very unlikely that it'll take, we're still trying, just because we want to, exhaust all resources. Say at the end of the day, no matter what, you did everything that you could, and that was definitely what we did. So last night at 2:30, when we knew the guineas would be asleep, when we did it right before it rained too. It was supposed to start raining at like 2 and it ended up not, so we waited until it started sprinkling, and then we went out there, and that's when we spread seed everywhere we thought that blank patches and all of that. And so hopefully it would directly get rained on to go into the soil. None of the birds would get it while nobody was awake. Sorry, my ringer's going off. Yeah, and so that's why oh no, what's happening? What just happened? Why am I on low power mode? I shouldn't. Okay, now I'm charged. Sorry, y'all. I thought I was charging my computer, and turns out I wasn't. So we were out there. We probably didn't go to sleep until 4, and then I had to get up. So I slept for maybe 3 hours, and at about 8:30, I was on the couch at this point because I was not sleeping well in the bedroom, and so I was like, I'm gonna come on the couch. It's time of the month, and so I was, just not feeling the best. And so I was like, I'm gonna lay on the couch. The cats will lay with me if I lay on the couch. They won't lay with us in bed. It's a little weird, but I came and laid on the couch, and then at 8:30 this morning, I got a call about a Christmas present that I got for my sister's boyfriend, Austin. So I think we can talk about that. So bright and early at 8:30, I got a call from the post office about a gift that had to be put on hold for me to come pick them up. So when we saw that video I had come out about the baby ducks that were born, obviously there were like 10 baby ducks. There's 8 now, and they're all still doing great. But my sister's boyfriend, Austin, so my sister Rika and her boyfriend, Austin, who's actually, fun fact, has been together the same amount of time me and Ellie. Do you know I don't want to allow the app to. Sorry, my computer's doing weird things. It's not his birthday. It's not Austin's birthday. It's his Christmas present, but it's early, so because spoiler alert, it's live animals. Um, he wanted some of those ducks, and I was like, fully like, yeah, I'll give you the ducks. Let's just give them a couple days with mom to learn kind of what it's like to get in the water, just to learn a few essential things. And I fully thought we'd be able to catch them. And then mom lost two, and we just haven't been able to catch them. And so we're not going to take them away from her. And so I told Austin, I was like, how badly do you want ducks? They're trying to grow their flock, and they want like as many different kinds of ducks as you can have. They just love ducks. It's him and his brother, his twin brother. And Austin is honestly a great kid. And I say kid, but he's like, I think he's like 19. I don't know. But he's younger than me, so he's a kid, and he's a really good guy to my sister. And I really wanted to get him something special for Christmas this year because I felt so bad about not being able to get him the ducks. So I told him, I said, okay, I'm going to get you a really like crazy present, and you're going to like have to know about it because you have to tell me if it's okay or not. And so I ordered him 5 baby ducks. He doesn't have room for any more than 5 right now because they already have some. So I had some day old ducklings shipped in. And because I don't know anybody else with eggs, I can't find anybody with eggs near me. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to get a mixed duckling set, which means I have no idea what ducklings I'm getting. And because I'm choosing the mixed set, I get them at a discount. And yeah, so currently I got the call at 8:30 this morning. I had just started to fall asleep again. And they're like, "Hey, it said, on hold because they're live animals, whatever, with the distributor." And so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. And so I got there in 20 minutes, and I was so afraid. I got there and I walked in. I was like, yeah, I'm the one with those birds making all the noise. And the poor post office guy, he goes, oh no, honey, we've got a lot of birds in here today. I was like, oh really? He goes, yeah. And he asked my address, and he goes, oh, your ducks are being kind of quiet. And immediately I was like, yikesers, because they had a 2-day shipping thing, which is great. They said, if it ships out on Monday, you get them on Wednesday. If it ships out on Tuesday, you will guarantee get them on Thursday. Ours shipped out on Tuesday. They hatched Monday. And so, yeah, like they got here today. I was fully expecting it. And he's like, oh, they've been really quiet. And I was like, oh, no, I hope they're not dead because that can happen, especially when you're having to transport when they don't have water, you have to give them something else. But I don't know. I'm not in the transporting live animal business, so I don't know what they give them. I think it's just like gel stuff to hydrate them because you can't have sloshing water and then they'll get wet and cold and no way to get warm. But we looked in the little thing, and there are 5 baby ducklings. I would show them to you right now, but they are in their brooder right now, and they're doing good. I have a makeshift brooder here for them until Austin's ready to pick them up. He's going to pick them up soon. I haven't talked to him today yet, but he works during the week and he doesn't live by us. He actually, I think, lives like an hour away. So he commutes to come see his girlfriend, my sister. So I got 5 baby ducklings. I'm trying to be as hands off with them as possible because I want them to like imprint on Austin or whatever. But I've been going in there checking on them. I really wanted to get, when I saw them this morning, I was like, oh, this company was really good. I'm going to order me some, like 2 of these baby ducks, and, I'll let them imprint on me and we'll have more Pablos. But then the minute I set those ducklings down in that brooder, they went straight for their little water container because I have them in a smaller container for the brooder right now instead of like a larger one because they're not going to be here long and they're still tiny. And they went straight into their little water tub, and not to drink the water. They started swimming, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to be raising ducks inside because they are waterfowl, and that will just be a mess. But I will raise Austin's little ducks until he's able to get them. I'm sure he'll get them sometime this weekend. And oh, the rain's picking up. We need to go to the grocery store, but I don't want to go to the grocery store in the rain. But yeah, so I got Austin some baby ducks for Christmas today, and he's gonna get to enjoy that Christmas present early. So I know he's gonna be really happy about that. I'm sure he's already gotten pictures of them. They're cute. I'll probably make a quick video of them in a little bit. But yeah, that was super fun this morning. So then, I was exhausted and I came home and I went back to sleep for a little bit. And then, of course, because it was raining, it made me more tired. And then my phone died, so I didn't wake up to alarms. And I woke up a little bit later in the afternoon than I would have liked to. But Ellie had me covered with making sure everything was okay outside. And when I got up, first thing I did was went outside. I go outside. I just made a video of it. Not of it, but talking about it. One of my birds had some feathers pulled out of her head, and they had blood vessels there, so she was bleeding, and I thought somebody busted her head open, but that wasn't the case. It was all okay. But Lord, everyone's trying to give me a heart attack today. Like, Ziggy was just in a mood today because of the rain, and the emus like the rain, and so it stresses me out because I'm like, okay, get out of the rain, because I'm thinking, goats, get out of the rain, get out of the rain. And he won't do it. But now that the rain's picking up more, I read that they can hang out in like light to moderate rain and they're just fine. They love it. But not so much the heavy rain. So he'll go in the barn. And yeah, it'll all be good. Let me show you the friend I've currently got here. Some of y'all are gonna love this. Hi, honey. Come here. Oh, you. Okay, Grumpus. Right there. Lay down right there. He's in a mood today. Definitely in a mood. Don't know why. What about a pair of swans for your pond? I've never been into swans. I don't know. I know they're expensive, just like it is to get peacocks. They can be very expensive. Exotic, I say exotic, but exotic birds seem to be more expensive. And for me, if I'm going to buy an animal, I want to be like fully in on that, like my emu. So yeah. It's a little lonely in the pastures with all the goats gone, but I think we made the right decision with everything going on, the ones we wanted to keep here. Hero's kind of merged into the fainting goats group. He hangs out with Lulu a lot, and so I figured that, and of course Ellie wants to keep Hero here with him. And then I was just worried about the fainters with coyote problems. Not that that's anything like against Longhorn Leicesters, but yeah, it was hard. It was a very hard decision because I am very attached to everybody, very, very attached. Love all of those animals so very much. I throw so much of myself into them because how can you not, And it was a really hard decision, but it was the right decision. And yeah, and I was also kind of worried about the fainting goats with the ostrich, because the ostrich are the protectors, right? And that's great. But I don't know. It was a little rough with the fainters and Ziggy at first, kind of, yeah. And they could fall down the hill, just all kinds of things that, could have gone a little haywire. I think the fainters do really good here. And they're doing great. There's not as many of them, so we're letting our pastures heal, and we planted seed last night. So hoping that that is going to sorry hoping that is gonna help us out some. How long will they be at Longhorn Lester's? Well, so let me put it this way: the goats that I can speak for, that I know for sure will be coming back, will be Old Mama, Walter, and Carrie. Maybe Ringo. I don't know. Um, I don't know if Lester's gonna want to keep Sissy, maybe Tilly, Ringo. I don't. How many is that? Carrie, Old Mama. Oh, Finn and Starla. I don't know if he's gonna want to keep Finn and Starla and them at Longhorn Lester, because I know he has more of a connection with some of them. I don't know. I do know Old Mama, Carrie, and Walter. Walter for sure will be coming back to us. So they'll come back when we feel like our pastures are good. Ringo was hurting after doing the hills. Yeah, I think my recommendation for Ringo, what I've noticed when we were doing the cord treatments, is that I know he gets his CBD oil, but I think something that could also help him, and I was thinking about doing it because I honestly didn't know if Ringo was going to go until it kind of happened, because I think I didn't know how it would go with the hills. So I didn't know if Ringo was going to go, and if he didn't, I had a plan for like a couple times a week to give him B12, because when we were giving him B12 with the Corid medication that we were doing, you have to give them B12 to replace the thiamine that the Corid takes away. And so, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I was going to give him B12 with the CBD oil, just helps, because I noticed the B12 gave him a lot more energy. The CBD is going to make your joints and such feel better, but the B12 is what's going to give you that boost. And those together, I feel like would be killer for him. I don't, it would get pretty crazy to do B12 every day. That's why I was thinking maybe do it a few times a week, not every day, but kind of have a schedule set out. That would have been my plan going forward with Ringo, but you know, he's over there and they're watching him very closely, so they'll know what to do. I just know that that's kind of what I was going to try for him, because I did notice that it kind of accidentally happened when we were giving him the B12. He was getting so feisty. And I was like, okay, he's like loving life right now. Like, it's hard to be in the pastures with him again. I'm sorry. I've got like something stuck in my throat from just all the weather change. So, yeah, but definitely watching Ringo and everything on the videos, trying just to pray for the dude, because I know that hill is hard. I'm sure some of them are in for a little bit of a culture shock with that. But yeah, that was a very hard decision to. I mean, it was an easy decision to make. Obviously it's what's right for them, but it was very hard to actually go, okay, yeah, let's do it. Because you love them and you hate to see people go, even if you can go see them every day. It's not what you're used to when you go out in the pasture. So it takes effect the next day. Yeah, that's kind of how CB works. Yeah, Tilly was having some trouble. I saw that. Tilly, her center of balance just might not be good with how big she is. Gotta love Tilly. Gotta love her. We're trying to do everything to get that weight down, but once they've got weight on them, it can be very, very hard to get them down. Very hard. But yeah, what are y'all up to? I think that's all my talking points that I had like set out to talk about thus far. I can't think of anything else. What else is going on? Did my phone just die? Let me do a check. She had a vet check today. I did see that. I wasn't, I mean, I feel like I always have the nerve to like defend myself because I was reading the comments in Lester's video um, on it, and there's always going to be people that are jerks. So I kind of felt the need to defend myself, but then I was like, no, that's not why you're doing a live today. You don't need to defend yourself. You know what the truth is on everything. You know ins and outs of if you were able to or not able to get a vet appointment. So that is one thing that's hard is people don't know everything that goes beyond behind the scenes. And so that is truly the thing that I have struggled with the absolute most, because I do feel like I know a lot. I feel like I know a lot, and I'll admit, and Amanda, I see Amanda's here. Amanda can tell you this. She'll vouch. Um, I'll admit when I don't know something, and I panicked the other night. And this is why I love Amanda, because she has a lot of goats. And so I texted her. It was Thanksgiving night, and I was like, "Look, we just started our Corid treatment, and I'm seeing conflicting things on the internet. The vet didn't give us a very clear thing on the dosages and if it needs to be, diluted or anything." And I texted her in like a panic. She was getting paragraphs from me, and she's just like, "No, you're doing fine. Just do this." And it's it's always nice to hear from everybody to know that you're doing fine, but then when you hear from somebody else that has been in the same situation as you and has animals and knows just how hard it can be, that they understand, because it's tough. It's tough having animals. It really is. You want to do what's best for them. And yeah, see, even Amanda saying I bought an obese Nubian. A Nubian is just a really, really big. They're considered dairy goats. They're big, and it's Noodle. Don't do that. It's hard to get weight down. It's hard to get weight down in any animal, um, especially supplementing and all that. And then there's vet shortage, and then it's also, you don't want to be with livestock. You don't want to be the boy that cried wolf, right? And it is not, vet care is not cheap, and so you want to be aware of those things. And it's it is just hard. It is just hard. And then it's hard when you've got that microscope on you of everybody who's got an opinion and saying that you don't, sometimes that you just don't care, because you're not doing something that they would do immediately. But if you've never been in the situation of owning an animal that was acting like, you know, Tilly was, just for example, or that Hero was, you don't know. And it's like, I think I made, me and Ellie, I think we made a very good I love you. I feel like I'm an animal that's trying to get my weight down. Teresa's like, maybe I need to go log for investors. I love y'all. That's funny. Oh, I agree. Maybe I need to go to Longhorn Lester's and start eating foraging. Mm. But yeah, I think we made the right judgment calls with what we had. I definitely didn't think Tilly was urgent at all. Um, I didn't think, I'm going to be honest, I didn't think Tilly was urgent. I, it's like you weigh the consequences. The minute your dog doesn't feel good, what do? Do you immediately rush them to the vet? No, because that's not how it works. You don't just get to rush them to your vet unless it's an emergency. It's so What we did notice is Heroes was an urgent case. It was. And we were still not able to get him in. That's the crazy thing. Heroes was urgent. Scours is not something to mess with. And his was urgent, and we still couldn't get him in. So, okay, somebody asked a question. I have a question about our robot litter boxes. I have 5 cats. Would it be good for 5 of them? So, okay, I'm going to say it depends on your cats. We have we have 3 right now. We have a 4th one that honestly we're about to set up. Now, we have 7 that are always indoors, and we have 11 total. So there's whatever 7 to 11 is, 3, 4. We have 4 that kind of go in and out. So, think of the 7 as primarily using it. It says 1 litter robot will support 2 cats, is what it says. Ideally, what's going to end up happening is you're just going to go through, the more cats you have per litter robot, the more litter you're going to go through, the more times you're going to have to change it. So just kind of be aware of that. That's kind of where we're at. We change it more often than we would if we had literally 2 cats per litter robot. And that doesn't mean only a certain 2 cats can use it. It just kind of means like a litter robot should support. Noodle, are you cleaning me? Okay. I'm getting a bath from Noodle currently. I completely lost my train of thought because Noodle was licking my arm. That's normally how it goes. But yeah, just kind of, it's a pro and con. And the thing about litter robots, if I had 5, we did 5 at one time. Right now, 3 are together and the other 2 are kittens. So they're separated right now. Is there a better brand? Okay, so there's all kinds of electric litter boxes. We've just used the litter robots because they've been great for us. They're expensive. Okay, so buying multiple litter robots is not cheap. We really love the Litter Robot 3. It's very simple. I do not care for the Litter Robot 4, but we have a Litter Robot 4 and we will use it. That's the very first one we got, and then we had to get rid of our other one because we had ran out of the warranty time and it just wasn't good. It got disgusting and it stopped working because that's the nature of litter boxes, is they get gross. But yeah, I think if you don't want to go for the litter robots, there are other electric options that are cheaper, and by electric I mean the ones that do the scooping for you. I would just read into it. We're very blessed and very fortunate that we were able to get the litter robots, which is kind of, your top of the line, because they're the ones that set the precedent for this electric thing. And the first one we got as a gift, an engagement gift. So we kind of went with that. And then we just haven't strayed away from the brand because we've already got one and they all use kind of the same mechanism. So we just never changed. So that's just kind of us. And our cats love the litter robot boxes that they come in, the like boxes that they deliver them in. We have 2 of them in the house right now, and the cat love them. So, but it's worth looking up. Just kind of looking into what it is. I'm currently watching Loveland use it right now. And some cats just don't like it. Our cats have always taken to it very nicely. We never had to put there's ways you're supposed to introduce them to it, but we never had to introduce it. We just kind of let them go forth and conquer. That's literally what I say. Go forth and conquer, They use it. The only thing is you do have to keep up with it like any litter box. But if you have one cat, it's going to be they're not going to be using it as much. But if you have multiples, I definitely think with 5 cats, um, one could work. I think you'd be definitely pushing it. I don't know. I It's hard. I don't want to give any kind of like full recommendation with 5, and I hate it because it's like they are so expensive. That's my only gripe with them, but they are expensive because of what it does for you. So I guess you have to weigh that pro con. I hate getting litter. I hate scooping litter, so I'm going to pay that price of not having to scoop litter is essentially what you're paying for. So, I do know they're out of a lot of people's budgets. I bet your house smells horrific with all the cats. I'm thankful Lester and Jamie took most of the goats. Well, Angie, you are about to earn yourself a kick off this live or a place in timeout because you're just being rude. You are the people. No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. First of all, my house does not smell horrific with all the cats. Your litter, because I have a litter robot. I have 4 litter robots, which makes sure my house doesn't stink. So, thank you. You're calling us unhygienic. Thank you. Um, I was just talking about why. Yeah, they can go up to $700, Teresa. They're. I I love people. I really do. I love the nerve of people. I guess even though I'm live and you see me sitting here, you see me reacting to you in real time, you still have the nerve to attack me like that? Like, come on now. Come on now. Why? Why can't you be nice? How hard is it to be nice? If you don't like me and you don't like us for whatever reason, why are you on my live? Grow up, honey. What are you doing right now? Really look at yourself. What are you doing? You are attacking a 23-year-old on their live. Like, you are on my live. Like, if anybody ever wanted to know what the hardest part of this, I'm getting like genuinely really upset. I know my reaction right now is exactly what she wants, but I'm not somebody that will sit and let people do that and just ignore it. I will not. I do not ignore that because I do not stand for that. I do not stand for people being mean to others behind a screen. What good does it do? If y'all ever wanted to know what the hardest part of this job is, it is this. Because wherever most people live very private lives, my life is on the internet, you know? Everything I do is on the internet. And I see people like that also bully all of you good people in the comments. I see it all the time. People that get angry at something that y'all say and they go and hit, and I try to delete them because that's not what I want to promote. I don't want to promote it, and I don't like to I don't like to give them attention, and that's constantly a battle. I'm sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts because I don't want to say anything mean. I just need a second. Okay, I'm gonna kiss my cat because my cat loves me and y'all love me. The mean lady hurt mommy's feelings. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The reason I get so upset is because I was in a school, I have watched people get bullied. I've been an internet viewer, you know. I've seen what bullying can do to people. I see it online. I see all of this. I see people who have great channels that have left social media completely because of it. And it's rotten and I don't stand for it. So I always have that kind of, do you stand up for it and give them that attention they want, that they're not bargaining on you giving them and pushing back? Because notice she hasn't said anything else. Because I because I said something. I feel like I'm one of very I try not to engage because it's what they want, but I also am not okay with people doing that. You are not going to sit here and be mean. It's one thing if it's on a video and then you're going to do it. Okay, whatever. I don't care. You're seeing 10 minutes but of my life. But I'm sitting here on a live. I am actually sitting here talking to you, telling you things about my life. I'm sitting here taking time out of my day. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm taking time out of my day sitting on this live, which I love doing, by the way. Love doing lives. Was very sad last night that I had to cancel my live and move it to today because I was not feeling good and lots going on. And I don't need to defend myself because I know I'm a good person. And that's not bragging in any way, shape, or form. I know I'm a good person. I try to be a good person. But on a live, I will not stand for it, especially not on a live, because that is the kind of person that is also mean to y'all. They're mean to y'all on comments. They're mean to people in real life. It's not okay. It is not okay. I do not understand. I physically, like, or mentally, whatever it is, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I normally I just get very angry. Normally I get angry. Normally I don't get upset, but man, the thing she said about the goats, that one hit me. That one hit me really, like, say what you want about my 11 cats, okay? Say what you freaking want, because while you're over here and you're mad about all the cats I've got and how much it stinks or doesn't stink, well, it's winter outside. I've got 11 mini heaters that all lay on me. Just saying. Just saying. You know, the goat thing is what hurt though, because that wasn't an easy decision. So, and that's I know I'm giving her too much time and I'm giving I know I'm giving her too much time and attention, and I know that's what she wants, but I can't I can't just sit around and let it happen, you know? I can't. It physically, like, it's something I have to do. So Beverly said, as soon as you see them, why don't you just block them, live or not? So on YouTube, I don't know if she was a YouTuber or a Facebook user. On YouTube, you can only, like, I know I can't. So I'm on StreamYard right now. I can't. I don't think I'm gonna. Let me see. Hold on. I can block. But on YouTube, I can only block that specific channel, and they're still allowed to watch my content, which irks me a little bit. But you know what? You watching my content, you're actually helping my business per se. So I'll take it. Sorry, I hear the baby ducks. They're up. Oh, Lord. I forget how loud ducklings are. If you don't know, it's at the beginning of this live. That's a lot to explain. That they are just chirping away. I need to get them some of that grower feed. You know, I'm gonna move on from here because somebody asked a great question, which I would really love to answer. Do you have any silky chickens? I do not. Um, so right now I have 2 pens of chickens. I have 2 runs. I have a Polish flock and I have a backyard mix flock. And right now it's a little messed up. So technically I have 3 areas of chickens. So I have the baby birds, which are baby Polishes. They're probably getting up into that 3-month age, but some of them are just a little purple peacocks. I hear you, Gina. I'm looking. I'm gonna. Oh, bye, Amanda. Sneed Farm. Nope. Sneed Farm. Sneed Farm. Hold on, I'm going, guys. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm currently looking at whatever Sneed Farm. Where is it? Sneed's Farm. Where is it? Sneed Farm. Lisa, I'm gonna need you to where Sneed Farm. Where Sneed Farm? Where? Like Alabama? She had a short. Alabama. Okay, I found a website. Is it Sneed's Farmhouse? What do y'all have? I'm gonna have to go on YouTube, aren't I? I'm gonna have to go on YouTube. Oh, we're having literally another we're having another Random Okie Farms moment. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go see and I'll tell you you said it was a short. Okay, let me turn down my phone. She's on Facebook. Needs Farmhouse Sanctuary. Okay. Let's look. Let's look at your shorts. I see lots of goats. Amanda would love this if Amanda. If it's this you're referring to, this short, this looks like a Tolbunt Polish. Yeah, these are Tolbunts. If that's what baby chicks in the mail. Yeah, if this is the one you're talking about, I know that this isn't a very good like thing, but this is a Tolbunt, but I'm looking. And the neat thing is if you No, you're fine. You're fine, Lisa. I'm looking. Well, Polish. I'll answer you in a second, Lisa, about that. To get a candy corn Polish, you do have to have a Tolbunt Polish male, and then I think it's a Cuckoo Marin. I think to holy crap. Her Polish are beautiful. They've got so much. Her toll bunts are beautiful. They would make beautiful. Holy crap! She's got frizzles. They are toll bunt Polish. Yeah, toll butt. Oh yeah, they're beautiful. Oh my gosh. Forgive my language, but that's a sexy bird. Like, holy crap. These are beautiful birds. I am very impressed with her birds. She's got some splash Polish. I might have to reach out to her and see if she knows if she'll end up breeding candy corn. These are beautiful birds. Oh, she has. Yeah, I read that it's like a almost a petting zoo kind of situation. Wowza, she's got beautiful birds. I mean, I love my birds, but oh, that is a beautiful bird. I appreciate y'all remembering my candy corn search. I am still on the search for candy corn Polish. What? Okay, so Lisa asked me, "Will Polish get along with other chickens?" I'm gonna say from it. It all depends on how you integrate and how it works. So whoo, right now, let me explain how my chicken pens are. We've got Rocky's pen, which is Rocky, two Easter egger girls. No, two Easter egger girls and a Isa red. Then we've got in the omelet, we've got the baby birds, which are all Polish. It's a Tolbunt Polish, a blue crested Polish, a black white crested Polish, a gold lace Polish, and a silver lace Polish. That's my baby bird pen. When they're big enough, they will move to Hey Hey. Now, in Hey Hey's pen, we're starting his flock, but he also has some of Rocky's extra girls. Because if you remember, I got 6 girls for Rocky, but I needed Hey Hey to have girls, or he was going to be aggressive to who I thought at the time was Rosie is now Rosie Ross, because Rosie Ross is a rooster, and Rosie Ross will remain the name. But I thought Rosie was a Rosie at the time. Um, so I didn't want him to be aggressive with her, so I left 3 of Rocky's intended girls with Hey Hey until I could get Hey Hey some more girls and his baby birds grew up. So in Hey Hey's pen, we've got Hey Hey the rooster, Rosie Ross the rooster, which normally doesn't work well together, but I think Hey Hey's the alpha rooster and he's kind of the like beta rooster. So there's 2 roosters and they're coexisting. If anything starts to go haywire, I'm pulling Rosie Ross out. But right now we're good. Then we've got 2 Polish. We've got a black with a white crest Polish laying hen. She's at laying age. And then a blue crested laying hen, established laying hen now. And then those are it for the Polish that are in that pen. Now, I've also got an Americana like leg bar mix. I've got 2 of those. And then another Isa red in there with Hey Hey. I'm sorry. If you don't know what they are, I'm just spitting chicken breeds. For those of you that know, you understand. I'm sorry if you don't. That's a lot of chickens. But those last 3 are going to move to Rocky because those are Rocky's girls because they'll be a backyard mix. And they'll all be in Rocky's run once Hey Hey's girls are big enough. They're so like Elsa and Anna are 2 of them. They're big enough. Tiny, maybe. But then, like Lady and Ella, they're way too small still. So I'm going to let them grow a little bit more. And then so then I'll have my Polish pen and my Rocky pen. And then I'll have room for one more. But I have no intentions of doing that anytime in like the next year or so. Like that'll be a way down the road if I wanted to do another pen. If I did do another pen, I would want to do Silkies, I think. I think I'd want to do Silkies. Can they tolerate cold weather? Polish, yes, they can tolerate. They do better. I would say most chickens do better in the cold than in the heat because it is hard to cool down rather than it is to keep something warm. So, like, my coop isn't even winterified yet. Like, we haven't winterized the coop yet. I have tarps to break the wind. They do have a coop. Even Rocky's situation, he doesn't have a full coop yet, which, oh, is been a pain in the butt. But they do have things to break the wind, so they're fine. So do the baby birds. I think you would have to look it up. There's a certain degrees where they start to struggle, but it's always easier to tolerate cold than it is heat. Summer was rough. I lost birds to the heat. I almost lost Hey Hey to the heat. Did you get a new coop for Rocky? No, and here's why. Let me tell you why I have not gotten Rocky a new coop. Because instead of getting him a new expensive coop, they are very expensive. I want to get them a good coop so I can put turf in the bottom of the coop so I can clean it easier. Not in the run, but in the coop itself, because they will poop in the coop. And I want to make them nesting boxes because they're laying me a lot of eggs. And I want to do it right. But I need a bigger space. And I'm gonna put it out here. I don't want to pay over $1,000 for a coop. I really don't. I really don't. For me, that's not in budget, you know? Um, so what I'm gonna end up doing actually is I'm requesting that my brother is going to help me draw up some plans. I hear the geese. And we're going to try to build our own. It's not going to be something that is like crazy or anything. It's going to be attached to the run. We're going to try to do it the best as possible, but the most cost efficient as possible. I think we'll be able to, instead of paying somebody to have it built and then have it delivered to us and all of that, we're just not going to do it. I know there's a coop in Rita's barn, but I've actually talked to Jamie about some plans with that coop. And, you know, when the horses end up moving to um, wherever they're going to end up going, I cannot, the new property. Whenever they end up going there, you know, we've got plans to open up that pasture for the littles. We'll bring down the fencing so they can't get out or everything like that. And that coop will turn, we're going to keep that coop. It might turn into another shelter, but I cannot attach that run there because, one, I can't see it from the house. I like to be able to see the chickens from the house because chickens are very fickle, and I like to be able to see them. And a lot of times so yeah, Lori, this is the coop I'm talking about. Also, Rita's in there right now. Rita and Storm are in there. So I can't attach the run because I'm not letting these birds free range. Rocky cannot free range, okay? He cannot. He is mean. He is mean. So Rocky won't ever be able to free range like that. I mean, he does like supervised with me, but not like all day, all night where I'm not having to like watch him. He can't do that. And I'm gonna be honest, my Polish, I paid way too much money for them to just let them free range. They're very, very good looking birds. They're my babies and they are safe in a run. So that's kind of where we're at with that. That coop will be utilized, though. There are future plans. We just have to get there first. And then, yeah, I'm going to have my brother build. Hopefully, my brother and my dad, we're going to start. I think I'm going to maybe go stop by the house tonight and talk to them kind of about how we can make that happen. Oh, Jack in the Box. Ricardo. Why? You also would have to cage in the top because it's open and the birds can get out. Exactly. So, yeah, that's kind of how I've got plans. Y'all, just things. I know y'all know this, but things take time and, it. So here's why I haven't talked to Kim. The reason I want my brother to do it is I want to be able to pay him. He'll never want to take my money, but I want to be able to pay my brother, and by paying him, I can help him, get stuff in college, get ready for college. He can take his girlfriend out to nice dinners. I really love giving in that way, and yeah. Whew. Yeah, so it's a lot, lots of plans. Things just take a lot of time, especially when you get completely out of the blue, like the trifecta of freaking sicknesses in your goats, and then we're moving goats around. It's like everything's going on. Am I the oldest sibling? I am. We have a 6-year difference, so technically my siblings are my cousins, if you don't know that. I just put that out there as a disclaimer because it is part of our story. It's a part of our family story. But they are my siblings. They've been my siblings pretty much since we laid eyes on them. But we've got a 6-year difference. So it goes me and then Mikkel, my brother, and then Rika. But what's funny is they're actually twins. So, but Mikkel was born first. He's 2 minutes older than Rika. So, yeah, they're twins, and we've got a 6-year difference. They are seniors right now. And so we're getting ready for college. I'm actually going to go to Sam Houston State University with my sister this weekend. She is being recruited by Sam Houston to be on their track team. So I am going with her this weekend to stay in the hotel with her so she's not staying alone. Because my mom has to work. Unfortunately, I know my mom is devastated about that. But I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna support her. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna bring my Xbox. We're gonna do great things in the hotel. And Sam's only an hour from us, so yeah, she's being recruited to be on their running team. So we're really excited about that. I think Mikkel's gonna do the same thing that I did and go to Blinn and then transfer over to A&M. Super excited about that. Have another Aggie in the family, and of course, Rika's gonna be a Bearcat. If you know anything about your Texas colleges, she wants to be a teacher. So Sam is a great school for that. I'm more partial to A&M, just saying. But, they're both great teacher schools. Obviously, A&M, believe it or not, A&M is a really good teacher school. It's up and coming in general education, but special education, A&M takes the cake. But I'm so excited because I know Rika really wants to be a teacher. So I've started buying her little teacher things. I have to kind of because I was going to do first or kindergarten. I actually fell in love with kindergarten doing student teaching, but we all know how that ended up working out. But she wants to do pre-K. So what I'm used to is getting manipulatives and books and stuff that her kids can't use, So I have to kind of okay things by her. And yeah, I've got 2 things. She already knows what they are, but I'm thinking she'll forget by Christmas. What I tend to do is I buy cheaper things, but I buy a lot of things in hopes that she'll forget. So I got her some they're like dinosaurs that you piece together, and it's got an uppercase on one side, an uppercase letter, and then on the other side it's got a lowercase, and you have to match the uppercase to the lowercase letter by clipping the dinosaur together. So match a capital A to a lowercase a, which is something that pre-Kers can do. And then I got her this little sandwich building thing. It's wooden, and you pick a card and it shows you do the bread, do the tomato, do the patty, do the lettuce, do the cheese, do the bread, or do the bun, do the cheese, do the mayo, So, that's kind of how I'm getting her those things, just to kind of build up her teacher stock. Because teacher stuff can be expensive. Teachers are having to pay for their classrooms themselves. So, Am I going to decorate with Christmas lights around? No, I am not. I really, I wish I could. It's not a matter of I wish I could. I just, my birds are horrible. My birds are horrible. They will destroy it. They will. When they get to go out and do their own thing, they will destroy it because I know my birds and they're bad and that's what they'll do. It's like they hate me or something. I don't know. They like to destroy all the I always say Rocky, like Rocky, you are the reason we cannot have nice things. I say that to Rocky sometimes. So yeah, it's great. But I love my birds. Your coop and run was so different to anyone I've seen. I wanted to go with the traditional coop and run. It's easy, just like everybody's. You do the coop, you attach the coop to the run. It's simple and easy. And then I can let them out and let them run amok and do what they want because they don't go far from their run. And they're good birds, believe it or not. And Rocky actually is one of the best behaved when they free range. So, you know. But yeah, I think somebody asked me what my dream birds are. So I crossed one off my list with the emu with Ziggy. Somebody also asked how Ziggy was doing. Ziggy is doing great. Ziggy was in a bad mood today because of the rain. He was. Thank you for Noodles holding my hand currently. It's cute. Wish I could show you, but he's like under the blanket. So I crossed that off with the emu. And then my last, kind of like dream bird is I do want silkies. If I ever do silkies, the one that I want is a brown silky. I think. I don't think I have any other bird dreams aside from anything Polish. Honestly. But my dream bird, my top dream bird right now that I'm trying to make happen. And I know if I can make an emu happen, I can make this candy corn Polish happen. If you have not looked up what a candy corn Polish is, you definitely should. They're gorgeous. And they are breeders are just now starting to kind of get those colors. They're trying to get that pattern down. I have to explain it every time because it's the only, if I don't explain it, it just doesn't make sense. So, like, when you have dog breeds, you have purebred breeds, and the way that you establish that they're a purebred breed is you have like the American standard for dogs, whatever it is. You have that big, I don't even know what it is, the organization that says this is what the standard for what makes a purebred Doberman, whatever, and you register them to that. Same thing, you register goats, you register cows, whatever it may be. You can register dogs. So you can register chickens too. You don't have to, but like they have registered colors, right? So like AKC, yes, thank you, Heidi. So in let's just go down the list of some of the Polish that are established: the silver lace, the gold lace, the blue crested, the splash, the white, the black, the I think red crested is an established color. Um, but one established color that we're seeing largely now that has not been accepted by that poultry group that's the equivalent to the AKC is Tolbunt. Tolbunt has not been accepted as an official color yet. It will be at some point, but it's still new. It's not a rare color anymore. They're not hard to get, I don't think, anymore. But what has come from now having these Tolbunt Polish is people are crossing them with all kinds of other breeds because you can make new colors. Have you seen the dragon breed of chicken? Ricardo, I'm going to look it up in just a second when I finish whatever I'm talking about. um, so they've got all these new colors coming out, and candy corn is one that is beautiful. And the people that once they see them, they're like, yeah, these are great. But they're not easy to get the pattern. People are still trying to figure out, okay, do we cross what is the standard for the Tolbunt, what Tolbunt, because it takes a Tolbunt male, I believe. Or do we use the Tolbunt as the female, as the hen or the rooster? What do we cross it with to get this? And so right now, a lot of people have hatching eggs because they're trying to build their breeding program, which means you keep a lot of the chicks. Lisa, fun fact, my mom used, and my poppy, her dad, they used to have purebred Dobermans that were registered with the AKC. They had a fawn. They had the standard dark. I don't think they had all the colors, I think, except for like an albino, but they did have a fawn. So repeat the color. There's Tolbunt is that new color, but the one I want is candy corn. Okay, I'm gonna look up dragon chicken now. Dragon chicken. I do believe I have seen this chicken. Dragon chicken. Oh, well, good to know. I have gotten pictures of. Oh my gosh. What is it? A dong tao? Dong tao chicken? Also called the drag, is a rare Vietnamese chicken breed with enlarged feet. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. I'm not going to be doing a dragon chicken. I'm not going to be doing a dragon chicken. I do like naked neck chickens. Naked neck chickens are cool. They're funny looking. Let's look up funny chicken. I looked up funny chicken breeds one time, and that's how I found Polish. So I have good luck with that. Yeah, the naked necks are the. Oh no! You want to know what I want? Okay, I do not know how to say them. Somebody who knows chickens is gonna have to tell me. They are the all black ones. Is it? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Is it an Aman Samani chicken? I'm gonna show you this chicken. They are so cool. Let me pull up the picture of it. I'm gonna pull up the picture of an Aman Samani chicken. I think that's how. Oh, Ayam Samani. Is that right? This is a beautiful bird. I want one of these. I would really love to have one of these. Not a lot of these. Yeah, death layers. Hold on, wait. Is a death layer the same thing as what is what is a death layer? Oh, death layers are pretty. Oh, I love the. Is it lacing? I don't think it's lacing. Yes. Okay. So Pam just said it. She said AM Samanis are all black. Even their bones are black. Their meat is black too. So I'm going to pull up the picture of it. Let me try. Share screen. Share screen. Hi, love.
Hi, Lovey.
I'm live.
You got a live of Wingin it Thursday.
I did.
Oh,
all right.
My little shirt.
Yeah, I'm wearing your shirt. All right, y'all. That is a AM Samani. That is also a dream chicken of mine. These are pretty easy to get, but they are expensive. Ooh. Somebody made me cry on this live earlier. Yeah, they were being mean.
What did they do? Oh,
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you going after those leftovers?
Yeah.
After this live, we need to go to the grocery store.
Okay.
And you want to know what sounds really good? Oh, bring her here. Bring her to me. One of my new friends. Look who I've got. We got Cakey. We got a sweet Cakey who's coming out of her room. Actually, y'all, so y'all are saying pizza and Jack in the Box. You know what I want? I want Jersey Mike's with Whataburger fries on the side. Hi, Cakey. Yeah. Hi, sweet love. She wants something. Got to be certain of your breeder to make certain you get a pure bloodline. Yeah. I mean, I'm not getting them for breeding purposes, honestly. I have actually the lady that if y'all remember Mike Ross, he was one of my birds I gave, and then I got 2 birds from her recently. She is starting to lay some of these however you say it, the black chickens. She has some purebreds, so I am really excited. I might buy some from her one day. Ooh, sorry, y'all. I'm getting sleepy. Do y'all want to know what I made? What Ellie's eating as leftovers right now? He said this is one of. Would you? It's one of the best meals I've ever made you.
Yes.
I literally. Okay. This I was cooking at 1 o'clock in the morning because, mind you, our schedule's been messed up recently just with everything going on. We've had to be doing cord treatments at night, so we're on like a really weird schedule right now. But we've been doing work at night and it's working. So, so he goes, "Hey, I'm hungry." I'm like, "Okay, I'll cook for you. I can cook you hamburger helper or I can try like nachos." And he's like, "Yeah, nachos." I was like, "Okay." So I literally made hamburger meat, put taco seasoning in it. I put some of the chips in the microwave to warm them up, laid that taco meat on top, threw some cheese on it. He likes white rice, so I made some white rice. I don't technically know if I made it right. I'm not a good cook, y'all. Really not a good cook. Even if I follow the books and stuff, really not a good book. But good cookbook. Oh Lord, not a good cook. And he has been talking every day. He has talked about these nachos, and he's eating barely the leftovers that are there. How much is left? There's not a lot.
I mean, not a whole lot.
No, that'll be a good little warm up snack.
Yeah, the other day I ate you made enough for 3 people, and
I made
all of it.
no. Here's the thing. I cooked a pound of hamburger meat. So do with that what you will. And I did a cup of rice. I did, and he ate the whole cup of rice, and he has barely any leftovers. So, ooh, wonton soup. That sounds good. I do like a good wonton soup. Cup, you can't have any of that, honey.
Talk about what we're doing tomorrow. You remember tomorrow's Friday? Remember what we're doing Friday?
Oh. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Friday.
She texted me asking if we were still on for it. And I said yes.
I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be here Sunday. I am going to go do that thing at Sam Houston. Sorry, y'all. This is what happens. We don't tell each other things and we forget what day of the week it is. And now here we are. Tomorrow's Friday. Like what? Tomorrow's probably December 1st, huh?
I don't know. Where did the time go?
And we've got plans all of December. 2 weeks until that thing in December. And then Christmas.
The time goes by so quickly.
And I somehow, if my insurance kicks in, I have to somehow find time to get into a doctor to get my thyroid checked.
It's very busy. That right there is firsthand, is sheer, I'm not going to call it panic, but it's sheer overload or overwhelming right there. Y'all, they witnessed it firsthand this time.
So much to do.
They all hit you at once.
Oh my gosh. If we do that thing tomorrow and then we go through with it, we're during that crucial time. We're not.
There's time. It's like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Want to talk about it a little bit?
You can if you want.
All right.
You can have this while I get up and grab the rest of my cookie cake.
Okay. Uh-oh. Hey, friends.
Somebody's going to knock you for eating.
What, we're not supposed to eat? Disrespectful to eat on.
Yeah, some people have gotten very, very angry when I eat on the live.
Oh.
Okay, no, I don't care. Some days.
It's all right, guys.
Some days I cry about it. Some days I don't.
Here, I'll cover the camera while I chew and swallow real quick then to make you happy.
I think it's more of I don't know what it is. I think people just get angry because it's not like the traditional thing. Noodle-roo.
Yeah.
You can't, buddy. Orange.
Anyways, Hey guys, how are y'all? Hope y'all are doing really well today. Oh man, I'm trying to think about. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up because this is far from a sure thing, but I just want to let you know what one of the things that we're doing. So tomorrow,
Well, the first stages of it, right?
huh?
Like the first stages of it, potentially.
Yeah, either tomorrow or a different day. We'll see. We um we met a really kind lady, and I forgot how I met her. Do you remember? Oh, our farriers. That's right. A few weeks ago, the farriers told us about this lady they know, and she has kind of a farm of her own, the same way that we do, and she has this really adorable little sheep, this little baby. But when he was little, he got attacked by a coyote, and their coyote attack unfortunately resulted in a few casualties. But this one little sheep actually survived, but he was wounded and he was badly hurt and bitten, bloody, and stuff like that. But that was a few months ago, and now that he's recovered,
Oh wait, that he's like not old.
he's older now.
But you said like a few months ago.
I mean 6 months. I don't remember exactly.
There's no way. That's a big old.
Maybe a year ago.
Had to have been like a year ago.
I don't know the how many months ago it was, but basically this little sheep got attacked by a coyote and was badly injured, but he survived. And so this lady and her family, they took such good care of him and they nursed him back to health. But a few, I guess, battle wounds he was left with was, for one, he his mouth is a little bit crooked. Is my phone on me? I could probably find a picture while Meg's talking, but his mouth is a little bit deformed and it makes it hard for him to eat the grass properly. So they've had to kind of supplement him on the side because he's not able to take like a crisp bite from the ground the way that sheep and goats are supposed to. And I think the second thing is that his growth was extremely stunted. I seen this picture she sent me. There was a goat that was half of his age, but like twice, or sorry, a sheep that was like half his age, but twice his size. And she was like, this big one right here, this is normal. And so if he's like twice the age, but only half the size, then I think I worded it backwards. The other sheep was half the wait, did I I'm getting my words backwards.
I have no idea what you're
I don't
saying.
know. I don't know. I'm out of it right now for some reason. Basically, this sheep, one of the things that he was left with was that he's a little bit older than the others, but he's so tiny, and so he's way too small for how he should be. But he's still breathing. He's still happy. He's still a little bundle of joy. Has a cute little smile. It's a little bit crooked though, but
He's so cute.
he is so cute. And so basically, the lady and her family, they have different circumstances to where they're not going to be able to care for him any longer, and they've been trying really hard to find people that'll take the sheep that they trust, but everybody they've come in contact with would just want to make it into food, or they don't think that it'd be a really good home for their baby and stuff like that. And they just had a really hard time. And so our farriers told us about this. So I reached out to her. They gave me her phone number, and she was really kind. We talked on the phone. I told her about what we do, and I basically said, like, here's my page and here's my fiance's page. You just check out our page and see if you think we'd be a good fit for your little baby. And so she watched our videos and she was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. Y'all love animals. This is adorable. I couldn't ask for a better place for our baby to go. And so it was really sweet and it made us feel special. And at some point here, we're going to go to her house and we're going to meet this little guy in person and see if he'd be a good fit for the sanctuary. I didn't want to give a definitive yes right off the bat because you never know. What if we get there and he's like super unfriendly and he's like hostile, or what if he is like aggressive, or what if there's some sort of problem that we don't know. So I don't like to say yes unless I'm absolutely 110% sure, but I do have my hopes up on I have the sheep's name is Angel. They named him Angel. It's a beautiful little name. And so I'm really excited about this. I hope that we go over there and he's wonderful. He's going to be a great fit for the sanctuary. But
that doesn't mean the day that we go see him, we're picking him up.
No. We'd go and we'd meet him, and then
we would
if we say yes, we could let them know that I think we do want to take them.
Because here's what you've left out. The funny part is
Wow.
that it's not necessarily the mom's approval that we're needing to get. It's her daughter's. It's her daughter's sheep.
Oh yeah, that's funny. So me and the mom, it's the mom that I was talking about. She's the one that I was messaging with. We kind of she sent me pictures of the sheep and her family and stuff like that, saying that like FFA this, and like she showed me different things that they do in their personal lives with animals. And so I thought it was really cool. And she said like, yeah, my daughter is extremely attached to the sheep, and so whenever y'all come, you're gonna have to meet her, and she'll be the one who has the final say, basically. And you know, just kind of, I figured it was like someone like a 15-year-old girl, 18-year-old, maybe even somebody in their 20s or something like that. I just kind of, that's the impression I got from texting her. But then she sent me a picture of her daughter and the little sheep, and her daughter is like what, 7 years old, like 10 years old, 11, something like that, like a itty bitty little thing. But she I guess is really mature and is really loving and good with animals. So we have to gain the approval of a prepubescent sheep owner if we're gonna have. That's why that's not meant to be insulting. Just like pre-puberty is all I meant. You know what I mean?
We need to, because we're gonna go and we're gonna talk about what's the sharing process looking like.
Yeah, we talked to my dad and Jamie about it and stuff like that, and so I know that a few concerns with the sheep is the shearing process, because they require being sheared a decent amount, because we've had sheep before a long time ago. That was before I even met you, actually. And then the second thing is that whenever they eat, goats will like eat, they'll trim the grass, essentially. They clip it. Yeah, that's a good word. And so they'll leave like an inch, a half inch or whatever and stuff. Even in our pasture, like all the grass isn't dead because they move from one place to the other. But sheep like pick it straight out of the ground to where it'll completely kill the grass and make it not want to grow back. So those were our two concerns. As far as the shearing, though, if you have a bunch of sheep, that could be like one thing. But this is just one baby that we're getting. And so if he ends up being a perfect fit, we would never say no just because shearing is inconvenient. We'll shear him. We'll make a video out of it. It'll be fun. And we can maybe make some educational videos about the whole process for you guys. And we can learn ourselves about what it's like to shear. So we would never say no just because there's a little bit of work involved in shearing. Again, it's only one sheep. It's not like 100 or anything.
Yeah.
And then as far as the grass goes, I think with his mouth deformity, I don't think he's capable of picking it straight out of the dirt like other sheep are. So it's almost like,
I think that's our main concern.
Yeah.
That's our main concern, because with the state of our grass.
Those are just the two things that we were told kind of like consider before you just dive head first into this. I don't like to dive head first too much into things anyways, but.
Yeah. And we already have to shear Annie, Ernie, Indy, and Okie at some point.
Now, yeah. Probably next summer.
That already is a thing we have to do. We're hoping, though, because the reason that we can't just shear them, you want to have somebody professional doing the alpacas that are untouchable. You do. But yeah, I'm really excited. I hope it goes well. But that's why I said not a definitive yes. Like we got to play it by ear and see, because some people are expressing concerns about male sheep could be mean when they grow up. And so what if we go over there and he's like a biter, he bites everybody and bites all the other animals that he's with? That might be kind of a red flag for us. But on the other hand, he might be super sweet, come right up to us and cuddle us the way that Okie Dokie did in my video today. Or he might, you just don't know. We'll just have to see. It's as simple as that. But it's something that we're doing soon and we're really excited about. And so, we're hoping it's gonna work out.
Yeah, because he'll be if he's sweet and he's a good fit, then it'll be beautiful for our content. I think you guys will love him.
I do also think, though, there is something to note about. Oh my gosh, I've got trapped air. There's something to say about.
I'm gonna eat off camera a little bit.
There's something to say about, everybody says that, there are some animals that are just meant to be mean when they're older. Although I think I have learned just from being around Marie from Random Okie Farms just how false that can be. You know, some animals are just going to be mean. Yeah, see, Tammy just said, "Oh, I'm sure they're not all mean. You can love the heck out of them, you know."
She's saying love that out of them. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you can
yeah.
love the mean out of them.
That's yeah. And so
I like that.
I do think that that is definitely something that could be worked on, you know. As always, there's you some animals need more work than others, but you also have to, in the rescue business, you have to also establish boundaries with each other. And yeah, Teresa just said, look at Trudy. Trudy's a perfect example. I mean, Trudy does get a little snippy sometimes, but like Trudy's a good animal. She is a really good animal. So, and you know, we're watching Oki, trying to create boundaries with Oki.
I'm the first person that'll say that you can condition an animal to behave the exact opposite of its genes.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said that for years, and Trudy's been my prime example. With this guy, though, the only difference is that he, like Trudy and other animals that I've seen that are complete anomalies, they were started from the day they were born.
Mm-hmm.
Trudy was held and like cuddled from basically when she was a baby.
Mm-hmm. You have to be hands on. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's hands on.
and so it's a little bit harder if you get an animal that has gone maybe 6 months, a year, or maybe more of being like its genes tell it to be, and then you try to reverse all that. That can be a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
But that shouldn't be the case here, because someone else said that if a very young girl is hand raising him, then he's bound to be sweet, and I agree. She's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that they would. I doubt that they would be so loving and so open about him if he was biting their little daughter and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
or if he was like flipping her over and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'd be as enthused about him if he was
No.
something like that.
No. Yeah, it's you just gotta I think you've got to establish some animals are going to be mean. Like Rocky is just always going to be a jerk. That's what I just some of them are just a lost cause, and that is Rocky. And you know what? If he wants to be a lost cause out in his run and just attack anybody who comes by, you know what, he can do it. Right now we're in winter, so really what kind of damage is he doing right now? He did get me today, and that I was mad. At this point, I just turn around and normally I yell, Rocky! And then walk away. But, you know, even, Hey was mean to you today.
I know, that was bad.
He was mad.
I was trying to help you do something, and he
I already talked about
You
it.
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
how she was bleeding from one of her head feathers.
yeah
I'm pretty sure I talked about it.
yeah
He's not mean unless you come into his space and it looks like you're going after a girl. He gets really angry. Really angry. It's going to be a whole thing when I move the baby birds in there and have to move out those Rocky girls. That's going to be bad. Get Rocky with a spray bottle. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'll forget about this. I'm going to tell y'all this, and you're not going to get mad about it, because this is how I know that Rocky likes water. There are multiple things I do when Rocky comes after me. If I am in the run and Rocky comes after me and I'm stuck in there with him, I get his water bucket and I dump it out over him, unless it's cold outside, but I dump it on him, because if he's coming after me, I dump the water on him and it doesn't stop him. It doesn't. He doesn't care. And then I just fill it back up anyways, because it's like, hey, let's just give him fresh water. But I also, when I'm doing waters and doing chicken feed, you know, because I do the chicken mash most days, Rocky will come after me. And so normally I have the hose in my hand, and so I'll spray him with the hose. It's the hose with the settings that you like twist and stuff. You could do like jet, full, mist. Yeah, sometimes I hit him with that. And guess what? He doesn't care. Nothing stops Rocky. The only thing that can actually stop Rocky is if you stop Rocky from moving. So.
Yeah, Rocky can handle it. He did a backflip the other day.
And that's the thing.
He tried to attack me. He lunged at me.
So you put your foot up.
And I merely protected myself, and he did a backflip.
That's the thing, and it looks like you kick him. It looks like we kick him every day anytime he comes at us, because we do. We put our foot up, not because we do kick him, but we put our foot up and he jumps on it, and then I feel like he's just gotten to the point that he's just dramatic.
Exaggerates.
He makes it look awful. He really does. Rocky is a beast of himself, and you know what? I love him. He is a beautiful, beautiful. I almost called him a beautiful dog. He's nothing like a dog. He's a beautiful chicken. He's a very beautiful rooster, but man, is he a jerk. A jerk who starts talking at 3:30 in the morning, by the way. Just in case you wanted to know. That's when Rocky starts talking, which then wakes up the rest of the farm. So, yeah.
I remember, I think Crystal Nobody said that about Mickey. She talked about a cat that she had is there something on my face?
Just like the taco meat grease.
Wonderful. The person who had my Mickey cat before me said he was mean, but the truth is he is a sweetheart. She was the mean one, spanking a cat because she tripped over it. Yeah, that's awful. Yeah. That's another big factor too, is the owner. The owner can matter as much, if not more. You could probably say, I would say even more than whatever the animal itself's genes are. I don't know about a snake. I don't know if a snake could be trained, but probably most mammals could be trained to be the way that you want them to be. Crystal Nobody, is Mickey the one? I made a video.
You highlighted him.
Yeah, like a year or two ago, I made a video where I had people send in clips to my email of their pets and tell me their story and stuff. And so I highlighted some of the most heartwarming ones. And I remember that in my video, I used one of Crystal Nobody's cats. That was Mickey. I thought his name was like Michelangelo, or I could have sworn it was like some sort of artist name or something. Maybe that might be a different cat you have or something. Or maybe Michael. I think you said his first, middle. I don't remember something.
What if it's not Mickey? What if it's Mikey? Because if you said his name's Michael B. Leave the Carol.
Breeze is a rake with cornholio. Oh gosh.
Carol.
Hey, we don't even go that far, at least.
I mean, no. Carol, my friend, today's not the day to test me. I'm going to very kindly ask you to leave before I ban you. And I can see that you're on Facebook. And on Facebook, if I ban you, you're no longer allowed to watch my stuff. That's the perks of Facebook. When you get banned, you no longer have access to my stuff. So I'm going to suggest, somebody has already made me mad at the beginning of this live. I suggest, my friend, you choose a different path than what you're doing right now.
What did they do at the beginning?
Somebody hit me with, it must stink in your house because you've got 11 cats, because we were talking about the cats and the litter robots. And then she said, I'm so glad Lester and Jamie took the goats to Longhorn Lester's. Like that one, that's what made me upset. Because it was like as if, see.
Yes, that's my angel cat, Michael Angel, or Mickey for sure. I knew it. I remembered it. Michael Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he's an angel.
That's adorable. I don't know about he's not an object. He is an angel. Do we have any animals that are named like objects or anything like that, though?
We have orange.
Mitten. Oh gosh, orange. That's more of a color. Orange is right there.
Yeah, that's why I said that. We've got orange. We've got gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
I mean, yeah. Who else we got? We've got cup and cake.
Well, I guess we have a few object names, but cup and cake.
Loveland.
So
Lavelle. Noodle.
Food's a common thing. We got noodle, Walter Melon, honeydew. Who are the other ones? Daffodil is a flower. We do a fair amount of names like that. But no, I promise you, we don't view them as objects. Definitely not. Orange is my favorite color.
Fun fact, I want to tell y'all this. Orange. So the reason we all know why Orange's name is Orange, because Ellie could not agree with me on a name, and so it ended up being Orange.
We decided to just call him Orange for now. We'll figure he'll tell us something. Like there'll be a name that fits him in due time, is what we thought.
And I found two that I really liked that ended up working, but we had waited too long, and when I finally started calling him that, his name is now Orange. So he was going to be Nemo or Carrot, and I was leaning more towards Carrot. And he would have been he looks like a carrot, but his name is Orange. He's nothing more than orange. Like that's who he is.
We had a plan to give him the right name when he just kind of fell into our lap. But unfortunately, it took a little bit too long, and we'd been calling him Orange long enough to where it just wouldn't. Nothing else would stick. Here, let me go get him. Have you shown him on today's live?
No, the only one who's been here is Noodle.
Let's see if they think he would have fit good as a carrot or Nemo, or if Orange works good. Who is this?
This is Orange.
This is Orange.
That'll
be his name forever. Poor cat. No. I think he has a cool name. He's like, I have the simplest name. All you guys around here, Cup, Gunpowder, Lavelle, Finnegan, y'all all require these royal, pristine names, but I'm just a color. And so simple is better.
Oh, did we go rescue the cat on the roof? Yes, we rescue Daffy every time because y'all say, leave her up there. Leave her up there. Y'all, Daffy is the cat that will not come down.
I think she would have eventually, but I still didn't want to leave her up there indefinitely.
No, but she's going to hurt herself to get down because she will, like, for sure, like you said it yesterday, like suicide dive.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she'll do. She's going to do it. So we did end up taking a board. We zip tied it to it. Zip tie sounds weird, but you have to see the board to understand why it was zip tied and not drilled. The zip ties work
because it's temporary. I don't want to put that board there forever. It's like a total, like a eyesore. Thankfully, it's in a spot where it's not very noticeable.
Yeah, it's an eyesore, but it's going to have to stay there because that cat's going to keep going on the roof.
Eventually, I think she'll get big enough to where she'll be able to get down a little easier. Some people suggested cutting the branches that she's walking across to get up there. But there's like 3 or 4 trees on like every corner of the house, and I think she could even jump from the part of the tree to the house. So we have to saw the whole tree down, unfortunately, I think, to get her.
The thing is, she's scared. It's easy to jump from tree to house, which is unstable to stable, but to jump from stable to unstable, I think is very hard, and she won't do it. So we put
a stable board,
and it worked. But here's the funny thing. I think it's so funny. I think she doesn't want to get in trouble anymore because I'm the main disciplinarian of the cats, right? And I say disciplinarian, and some people are going to be like, you can't discipline cats. Yeah, you can. There's ways that I discipline each cat differently. Sometimes it's a very stern no, and I make sure they know what I'm telling them no about. But sometimes it's redirection. It just depends, you know? And so I will be the main one to kind of, work with them. However, if he has to discipline them, which normally will result in a scruff, they know it means business. If he is the one that's doing it, it's business. And so every time he's had to get her off the roof, he has to scruff her so she doesn't scratch him, just for, his safety, especially since she's, what is it? She's like half outside cat. So,
she comes in when the door opens, and then when she's in and the door opens, she runs back out.
Yeah. So he's had to scruff her, and she would not come down even with the board. So I told Ellie, I'm like, hey, can you go get a ladder? I'm going to go up there and show her how to do it. Like I'm going to try to, show her literally. Walk away. He walks away out of sight, and I'm talking to Daffy. Homegirl starts coming down like very slowly, but going on the board and then down under the tree. And she was halfway down the tree, and Ellie rounds around the corner, and she starts going back up the tree to start going back to the roof.
So evidently I'm the problem here somehow, even though I'm the one that rescued her every time. Although I don't think she sees it that way.
I think she doesn't want to get in trouble. I really think she doesn't want to get in trouble.
So you're saying you think that every time she sees me scruff somebody, it's because they're in trouble? But when I rescue her, I have to scruff her. So she associates that as I'm in trouble?
She's not. I don't think she's in trouble. And we don't ever, yell in her face or tell her no or anything. But a lot of times it's like, Daffy, honey, like, baby,
Daffodil, what are you doing? Come on.
Or it's Milky. Like, Daffy, like, you have to get down. I can't help you. Like, I can't. She's in here somewhere. I have no idea where, but I know she's in here. I would bet she's probably in that thing right there. The little swingy thing.
Yeah.
You
want me to go get her?
You can if you want.
Let's see if she's there.
She might not be. She might be outside. She might be on the roof for all we know. I hope not because it's raining. Is she?
Hey, Loveland's there. Not that.
Sleeping?
That's what she was. I think I woke her up.
Loveland in our little swingy thing. That's weird. But yeah, it's great.
Have you shown Cup today?
No, Cup's been.
A little bit was outside.
Yeah, they went outside. There goes Orange. Noodle, no, honey. No, sir. She's just,
Where's the little egghead kitty cat?
Oh, I love Mabel. So we sent Mabel to, those were Olga's kittens to Longhorn Lester's, and Mabel is so sweet. Such a sweet cat. Love watching her grow up. Really, really want to meet Aries, though. Really excited to meet Aries. I have not yet. So I'm really excited to meet him soon whenever we make our way over to Longhorn Lester's. Because, I love black cats. I do. I love all cats, though. Did you find her?
No, she's not here. She might be on the roof again.
She might be on the roof again, for all we know. There's no telling. You never know. Come here, my son. My good boy. You the mama's boy. The Noodle. Everybody loves Noodle. He's been in a mood today, too. You been in a mood? Come here, honey. Come here. Oh, the Noodles. The Noodle room.
Ellie, are you happy the Chiefs beat the Raiders?
Ow.
Oh, of course. I'm happy with every win and a little bummed out with every loss. So I've been happy. I think I've been happy
Yes, sir.
I think I've been happy 8 times and been upset 3 times this year so far.
I did hear about Frady Cat, y'all. So you know what? That we took that as a huge learning experience. It's unfortunate how you learn about it. I don't want to talk about it because it breaks my heart, and it's just so sad. Do you have a game?
Not necessarily.
All your teams lost this last week.
She's from Ohio. I think I know she's a Browns fan #1, but I think she likes the Bengals too.
Oof. Sorry, Teresa. Seems like it's
The
bad
Browns are
football
good.
time. Are they?
The Browns are 7-3 or 8-3 now or something like that.
That's not bad. Keiki was doing that weird walk again.
Really?
She's walking weird around the house.
With the hunchback and
Hunchback of yeah. Don't pet him at night because then Aries turns into Uranus. Oh, that's why, because gunpowder's in here.
Cake and Browns, Bengals, and the Buckeyes. Ohio State.
Oh, okay.
She loves all the Ohio teams. Yeah, Cup and Cake have actually been the past few fights that we've had in our house. The Cup and Cake have actually been the instigators of it. They've been really, really bad. I couldn't believe it. I thought Cup and Cake were the poor little innocent cats that needed protecting with everything that we had. Also, I mean, y'all know how long they were afraid to even come out into the rest of the house. They refused to leave that one little room for the first 2 months or so. But then in the past week, something just flipped like a switch, and now they're coming out. They basically think they own this place. I've heard a few fights recently, and every time I look at somebody running and Cup or Cake chasing them, and so they've turned awful. I've had to discipline them. I think they expect that I would take their side and that I would choose them over the others, but what they don't realize is that all 11 are my babies. I love them all equally, and so this is really, I haven't had to discipline Cup and Cake for really ever for 9 years. I haven't actually. They never did anything wrong when we lived at my mom's house. I never.
Hey.
What?
I caught Cake standing on the stove.
Really?
So there, all that training with your mom.
Going out the window.
Out the window. She was sitting on the stove talking to me.
Birth giver's here.
Hi, Mom.
Wait, is that Cake?
That's Cake, yeah.
Cakey.
It is Cake. She really wants my ice water really badly. Like, really badly.
No. Oh, yeah, my mom kind of
just say it. Just say it.
Well, we know she doesn't like germs and stuff like that, but she also kind of just, she doesn't like a bunch of, the way that we rub our faces on the pets and stuff like that. My mom's kind of more of a observer. She doesn't like not being able to breathe. How they say in school when you're teaching kids, your personal bubble and stuff like that. I could care less about my personal bubble. I'm a hugger, and I rub the, with Meg, and then I'll rub the pets on my face. What?
I I'm like in the middle of that. Like every day it's different if my bubble or not. I feel like today I don't have a bubble. But yeah, I feel like some days I'm like no bubble.
I think it's just on bad days. I think
like no bubble. Like don't touch me. There are some days.
Well, you don't tell me don't touch me, but sometimes I'll be like hugging you, and you're like, "Bubby, I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. I'm just like, it just feels off right now," and it's okay. I think when you have bad days or when you're stressed, you kind of just like you gotta be able to breathe and just not that like, you know what I mean. I think you just because I get it. If you're stressed, you subconsciously can't breathe as well and stuff like that. And you kind of your chest feels heavy, your head feels heavy, and stuff like that. The best way I could explain it is that you want to feel lightweight and like stressed or any negative emotion is more heavyweight, I guess. And so I can't imagine this on top of heavyweight is, a lot.
I try to be nice, but some days I'm just like, I'm just really overstimulated right now. I cannot.
But my mom, I think she loves her personal space and stuff like that. And so when the cats would come up into her and like walk on her, it's like she didn't like that. And then, like the stove and whatnot, the kitchen, that's where all of our food goes when we eat and we cook and stuff like that. She hated when the cats would get on the counter and they would shed hair like where we eat and stuff like that. And so she taught them all those things and whatnot. But I think that me and Meg don't have those rules. We really don't care. So
I don't care.
Forgotten everything that.
Like I'm gonna wipe the counter off. There's 11 of them. I'm outnumbered. What am I really gonna do? Like.
And Cake's used to me doing stuff like this, so I think that she knows that she can do whatever she wants. I'm not gonna get mad at her, which is almost always true. But being mean to the other babies that we have too, that's the one thing that I do have to discipline her with. But that's about it. There's nothing else they can really do that would upset me. Just be nice, be sweet.
Oh, Mom, you were calling me and it kept... Hey, no, ma'am. Stormy, she does not like when you mess with her. That is enough. Oh my gosh. Mom, my phone died. I passed out after everything that happened this morning and didn't happen. I'm going to bring you, after we get off this live, we have to go to the grocery store. I'm going to stop by. Can we stop by and give them eggs?
No, okay. I'm kidding.
I have like 11 eggs that I'm not going to use, and so she's going to have them.
She's going to want to eat eggs from the
chicken butts. Yeah, they're good.
From Hey Girls.
It's not just. It's more of Rocky's Girls. But
Rocky's Girls.
Yeah.
Eggs are Rocky's Girls.
No. So what were we talking about with the cats?
Oh, I was just saying that my mom had them raised very strictly, but all that's went out the window since they've lived here. Yeah, that's basically what we were saying.
I think people will find this funny because it's just something that I've done with our cats. So we have 11, right? And of course we know their names. But when I'm doing here lately, when I do a head count, I don't go, okay, we got Finn, we got Loveland, we got Noodle, no, I go by numbers, right? So do I not though? I'll go, okay, 5 and 6 just went outside. Or like, oh, okay, we've got all 11 here. Or hey, we've got 9, and I think like probably 5 and 6 are the ones that are missing. So here's the number system. It's so funny. So Finn is number 1, Loveland is number 2, and it's kind of in the order that they've come. So Finn and then Loveland's number 2, Noodle's number 3, Lavelle and Stormy are 4 and 5. Noodle will always be 3, but 4 and 5 can switch. And so you'll never hear, hey, 4 and 5 are outside. You'll never hear that. Then
4 did get outside for
4 did go outside for a little bit, and it was really unfortunate. And then Cake is 6. Stormy, you just about fell down.
You said Cup was 6 and Cake was 7.
Cupcake 6, 7. And then we've got Daffy is 8. Little Bit is 9. Orange is 10. And Gunpowder is 11.
Are those consistent? Daffodil's always 8?
No, it's always 8, 9, and 10.
Maybe you should do it alphabetically. So maybe with them, Daffodil could be 8, and then Little Bit could be 9, and Orange could be 10.
So what I said, 8, 9, and 10. So, but if I go, hey, 8's missing, he can probably go, okay, so it's
8's on the roof.
8's on the roof. You need to come get her down. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious when Rika's like, why are you calling them out by numbers? It's
Quick, I'm going to quiz you. Which one's this?
A little bit.
No, numbers. You got to number them.
Oh, 9.
What's this one?
Who is that? 11.
Who's that?
Who is that? Stormy?
Yeah.
I switch between 4 and 5.
I think 5. If you
5?
want to do it alphabetical or
Okay.
keep it simple.
5.
So maybe cake should be 6 and cup should be 7 if it's alphabetical.
No, because it's cup and cake. So cup
Okay.
would be 6.
Okay.
You know. And the noodles 3. Oven's 2. It's really easy once you get used to it. When you have so many, the number system, it works. When you're doing a head count, because then you can look at them and go 1, 2, 3. You can count and make sure you have 11. Because I have a hard time going, okay, Loveland, Finn, because then I'm like, wait, who am I missing? You know? So I do the number system. It works. It works for me. And it's funny. 7's missing. Where's 7 hiding? You know, and it's we only do that when they're going outside. If they're in the house, I'm not like trying to do that. But if we wanted to add the outside ones, I'd make Dirty Cat 12. And then it would be Olga 13, Johnny 14, and Hissy 15, Fluffy 16. And then you've got Fat Lavelle, you know, just so many.
So there's 16 that we see regularly.
Yeah.
And then there's a few that we see once in a while. They're only on the camera. We have there's this orange one. They call it Fat Finn.
These are our names. Like,
and then we see that orange one on the cameras. We always think it's Finn, but it's a little bit bigger.
Fat Finn.
And then there's one that looks just like Lavelle, but he's so big we call him Fat Lavelle. And then Nikki's dad. Oh yeah, Nikki's dad. I've been seeing him a lot more since we got the cameras. He never lets us see him in person, but man, do I see him on those cameras a lot. I realize just how good of a hider he actually is.
Yeah,
and then
it's fun. It's a good time.
19. I think we have 19 that like eat at our place frequently.
That are all around.
Yeah.
There's only 11 that are, so there's 7 that live indoors at all times, and then there's 4 more that get to kind of
alternate, do whatever they want.
Because they would be so unhappy as indoor cats. Now, don't get me wrong, number 3, Noodle, tries to dart out every time we leave, but Noodle doesn't want to be an outside cat. Y'all should have seen how terrified Noodle was when we had that instance of everybody getting out. Everybody was not happy that got out. Literally, everybody got out except for Cup and Cake. Everybody got out. But we got Lavelle. We got
everybody back. All 4 cooperated. 4 cooperated. 1 didn't, but we got them back eventually.
It's crazy. But y'all, it is 6:40, and we need to go run some errands because we have run out of plastic plates and plastic bowls because we prefer to use, well, they're paper plates and paper bowls. Come on, 8, let's go. No, little bit. No, ma'am. Loves water, so we have to keep the faucet dripping. We've kind of got, Finn likes the faucet, but Stormy loves to play in it, and it kills me just a little bit. Okay, we got to show you the troublemaker. My trouble. Come here, honey bunny. Hi, little. I know you're wet because it was raining. Were you on the roof? You were laying in hay. You smell like alfalfa. Here's Daffy, the bad girl before we leave. But y'all, thanks for joining me. I'm so sorry that I missed the live last night. But of course we made it up. Thanks for always being there for me and supporting me. Really appreciate it. Even though, I cried. We had a moment. I appreciate it. And we will catch you next time with another live or another video. Bye, friends.
Goodbye, guys.
Have a great night. We love y'all.